A warm welcome to you, my dear students. This is the second chapter. In Unit 10, where we stopped in the previous session after posting the entries from the purchases journal. After posting or after transferring the entries from the purchases journal to the ledger. From that point onwards, we are going to continue today. If you didn't get a chance to watch the previous video, I urge you, I'm telling you now, if you didn't watch, you better watch that. Then come forth and watch this one. Because now we are done with the purchases journal, and we actually learned how the entries are posted to the ledger from the purchases journal, right? I'm here today, right now, having the same slide that we ended the previous session with. Simply with this slide only, we ended the previous session. Yeah? So why am I having it now in this session? I'm having it because, why? Because children, you students who watched the previous session where we learned how to transfer the entries, record the entries in the purchases journal, and after that transferring the entries to the ledger. The students who were with me, who watched it, you may remember that I ruled my ledgers under the purchases journal. That is this one, this purchases journal. Can you remember we had Namal, we had Sahan, Purnima, these creditors. We purchased from these suppliers. Can you remember? And we had a separate account for purchasers. We ruled a separate account for purchasers. Likewise. And we ruled separate accounts for these creditors. Can you remember? Well, now do they look like accounts? T accounts, children, T accounts. I'm not drawing the full formats with the columns because it takes time, as you know. But in your examination, make sure that you draw the column formats, the full formats with columns, all right? With columns, right? Small things lead to big things. Yeah, little things lead to big things, right? These accounts are used to transfer these entries from the purchases journal. These entries from the purchases journal as double entries. These accounts are used to record double entries. We separately had a Namal account. Yeah. Namal account. And we had a Sahan. We had an account for Sahan. We had an account for Purnima. This account was not needed because there's only 1, 2, 3 creditors here. 3 creditors. So 3 accounts for the 3 creditors. Likewise, we did our working, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, finally, children, we transferred the total purchases from the purchases journal. We transferred we took the total purchases into the purchases account. Yeah, debit 88,000. I sure hope that you remember. 88,000. Yeah, and each individual amount was transferred to the relevant creditors accounts. Yeah, the relevant creditors accounts. Likewise, 22,000 Namal's amount in Namal's account, credit side. Oh yeah, this is what we did. So good. It's so good of you to remember. It's so bad of you to forget these things. It's bad for you, not for me. It's bad for you. Obviously, of course, it's bad for you. You want a good grade, an A pass in your O-level examination for BS and accounting, for business and accounting. Don't you? Keep these things in mind, children. Do not forget. Likewise, we transferred the individual amounts to individual accounts. All right? Right. This is what we did. I'm doing a very rough work just to remind yourself. You have to remind yourselves. The total of credit entries 22 plus 28 and Purnima 26 and 12. These credit entries, they accumulate or they add up and make the 88,000 which is debited here. So debit 88,000 and credit 88,000. The double entries balanced. The double entries are balanced. Okay. The same amount which was debited have been credited. That's how we did the purchases journal. And why I took these accounts to start this session. Children, these accounts are prepared in your textbook. This part with the purchases journal on the next page, you have these accounts, okay? You have these accounts. All these accounts are already there. See? Purchases account 88,000 debited. Namal's account 22,000 credited. Sahan's account 28 credited. And Purnima's account, both these amounts 26 and 12 credited. Nicely done in the textbook, nicely showcased. It's just a matter of going through the accounts and understanding. It's just a matter of understanding how the entries are posted. And now you understand how the entries are posted. Don't you? Of course you do. Now you understand purchases journal and the relevant ledger accounts. So, these are creditors, children. These are creditors. Yeah? Oh, you know that. You know that. These are creditors. That's why their individual amounts are on the credit side. But in the next journal that we are going to study, that we are going to take, no creditors are involved. No creditors. Okay? But before we go to the next journal, we have an activity. This is activity number 1 in the textbook. Shall we try this out? Okay, we'll try it out. Activity number 1. Prepare the purchases journal with the information given below of Indika's business and post them into the ledger. We have to prepare the purchases journal. No problem. Piece of cake. Purchases journal. Purchases journal with the information given. Alright, we have a whole load of information in Indika's business, and then post them to the ledger. Post them to the ledger. That means they are asking for ledger accounts too. It doesn't matter. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alright. We have another activity. Prepare the purchases journal for the month of May of Sevwandi's business using the information given below and post them into the ledger. Alright. I'm giving you the choice. We either can do activity number 1 or we can do activity number 2. Okay. Let's not do both because it's the same thing. Not the same thing, it's similar activities. What do you say, children? Shall we take activity number 1 and prepare the purchases journal in Indika's business and then prepare the ledger accounts too? Shall we do this? Or because it's only a set of suppliers and it's only a matter of drawing the purchases journal, the format, and writing the names of these suppliers and recording the amounts in the value column. It's just a matter of writing the name of the supplier, just like this, and putting the values. So it's an easy activity, a very easy one. Shall we take the next one? Now this, we'll take this activity 2 because discounts are involved. So there are some calculations at least, just to break the boredom. Otherwise that activity number 1 is too easy. You'll be bored. We'll take this one. Activity number 2, we are going to prepare the purchases journal of Sevwandi's business and post the entries to the ledger accounts using double entry system. Fine. As I always say, simple things, alright? These are not, things like rocket science. These are easy things, just recording transactions, okay? Children, the first one, this is the month of May. Let's say 2021. Sevwandi's business. Using information given below, post them into the ledger. We have to prepare the purchases journal. Okay. So here we have the first transaction, 6th May, invoice number 65, purchased from Pial, these stuff. 20 packets of photocopy papers A4 at 200 each. One packet is 200. One pack is 200. Don't forget that there's a trade discount. Right, so that's why I took this exercise, this activity, because we can calculate trade discounts. You can revise the way trade discounts are treated. It's better, right? Right, let's draw the purchaser's journal, shall we? Why waste time, huh? I'm going to move this up and draw the purchaser's journal here. We have enough space, all right? Okay, purchaser's journal. It's just a very, very simple format. We have the date column first. Yeah. Invoice number. Yes. Description column. Amount column. That's it. Okay. If you want just for the sake of drawing the complete format, you can include a ledger page column. Here you can include a ledger page column, but it's not necessary. Okay, see, even the purchaser's journal given in the book has a ledger page column, but it is never used. It's not really necessary, but just for the sake of just for the sake of sticking with the complete full format, you can draw the ledger page. But even though you do not have the ledger page column, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Okay, but just in case, I have drawn a ledger page column in my purchases journal. Right, here you go. Yep, that's it. Let's name the columns. Write the name first. Purchases journal. Date. Invoice number. Supplier. Value. Rupees. Ledger page. Okay, so that you can have a good look. This is the format of the purchaser's journal. Okay, children. Okay, let's start recording, shall we? Date 6th May. Invoice number 65. Supplier PR. Amount we have to calculate. All right. 6th of May. Let's put the date, children. 6th of May. Invoice number 65. 65. Supplier's name PR. Amount we have to calculate. Okay, 20 packets of photocopy papers at 200. Answer is 4,000. Okay, and we take the 4,000 to calculate the discount. The discount. Okay, take 4,000 and get the discount percentage. 10%. That means 10 over 100. Answer is 400. That is the answer here. Simple calculations, right? 4,000 into 10 over 100. That is the discount, 400. So children, 20 packets of photocopy papers at 200 each. 20 packets at 200 each. It's gonna cost us 4,000. Okay, 4,000. From 4,000 we need to subtract or deduct this 400 because that is the trade discount. So 4,000 minus 400. What is the answer? 3,600. This is the answer. This is what we are going to take into the purchases journal. 3,600. Oh yeah? Did I miss something? You tell me. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Yeah? Somebody said yeah. Alright, what did I miss? Oh, the discount. This one, the discount. Calculating the discount. I calculated the 400 discount. You are saying that this 400, this discount is not recorded. It should be recorded. Is that what you're saying? No. It is a trade discount, children. It is a trade discount. Trade discounts are not entered in the books. You just calculate the trade discount and deduct it from the list price. That's it. So, no, trade discounts are not recorded in the books of accounts. Trade discount is just calculated and deducted from the list price. And the discounted value or the net value is taken to the journal, just like in the cash book. Okay. Then, children, I'm not going to take so much time to do the other calculations. Okay. Let's record it. I'll move to this side so you can clearly see it. Let's record 12th May. 12th, next transaction. Invoice number 38. Sunil. Well, all these names are like the names of our Sri Lankan Baila singers, right? Yeah. Artists, some singers, famous ones, very good ones. I don't know how we got all those names, but the names are in the book. Sunil Pia. This person is Sunil, and his amount, his value, how much have we purchased and what have we purchased? 30 packets of photocopy papers at 250 each. Okay, 30 packets of photocopy papers. So, Sunil, we looked at what he has bought, what we have bought from Sunil. 30 packets of photocopy papers at 250 each. Yup. So let's take that calculation here. Small calculation. 30 into 250. Answer is how much? 7,500, right? 7,500. Can you see 7,500? This calculation. 7,500 and there is a discount. There's a discount. From 7,500, you must calculate before calculating the discount, children, I'll erase this part because this calculation is already done, right? Yeah. 7,500, 30 into 250, 7,500, 7,500 into how much is the discount percentage? It's 5%. It's 5%. 5 over 100. And the answer is from 7,500, 5%. That is 375. Yeah? You do the calculations, huh? 375. Take the 375 and subtract from 7,500. And the answer is 7,100 and how much? 7,500 minus 375. 375. Answer is how much is the answer? 7,125. Is that correct? Yeah, it's correct. That net value comes here. 7,125. Okay. Next one. What is the next one? We have Ranil. 30 calculators at 400 each. No discount. So it's easy. Just put the date. Ranil. This is Ranil. On 15th of May, Ranil, a very famous person in Sri Lanka, Ranil has bought 30 calculators at 400 each. So what is the total? It's 12,000. No discounts. No discounts. So nothing to subtract. Just multiply 30 by 400 and you get the answer. You can record it here. 12,000. You can get it here. Okay, 12,000. And looks like we are going to need some more space, right? More space, children, more space. Extending the lines a little bit. And we are done with Ranil's transaction. Next one. What's next? Next we have 20th. Invoice number 168. Pial again. Pial. All right. We have Pial right here. Let's use the same color, huh? Pial. 20th May 168. Pial. All right, Pial. That person must be a good supplier. We are buying continuously from this guy. Pial. We have bought from Pial. What have we bought? 20 packets of half sheets. That's 20, right? Yeah, 20 packets of half sheets. 240 each. 20 into 240, yeah? How much is that? 20 into 240. That's it's 4,800, right? Well, I'm doing the calculations, children. I'm doing the calculations right here without showing you the working or the calculations, because these are so simple calculations, workings. There's nothing to show you every time that we get a calculation. You agree with me, right? Yeah. Yeah. 20 into 240, that is 4,800. And there is a discount involved here. That is 10%. 10% means 480 should be deducted from this. 480 is the discount. Yeah? Okay. You do your math, you do your calculations. 4,800 minus 480. It's 4,320. 4,320. Last one. This is done, right? Yeah, it's done. Last one. We have who? Sunil again. Okay, Sunil. Yeah, 20 calculators, 400 each. 28, 140. Sunil again. And we have about 20 calculators, 400 each. That is 8,000. There you go, children. We just recorded all the purchased transactions from different suppliers. Piyal, Sunil, Ranil, Piyal again and Sunil again. Yeah, that's it. Then we prepared the purchases journal. Say what is business. Then post them into the ledger. We just need to total the purchases journal at the end of the month. Let's go and do it. Let's do it. Don't need to take much time. Just extend the lines a little bit. And let's draw the sum box. I always say sum box. Sum box, box. It's not a box. It's just a final total. It's just the final total. Okay. Right, children. Just focus on the value column now. All right. It's just a matter of adding up the individual amounts. 3,600 plus 7,125 plus 12,000 plus 4,200, 4,320 plus 8,000, that is 30. How much? How much do you get? 35,000. It's 12,000 plus 4,320. Then 1,024, 30, 335, 35,000, 45, right? 35,045. Correct? That is the total. You must write this sentence for the last or the final total. The sentence: debited to purchases account. Debited to purchase account. That sentence you must write. You must write for this total purchases of the month. This sentence must be there. And remember, children, date. Date. Remember the date. Date should be the last date of the month, which is 31st of May. If there is a 31st in that month, 31st. If there is only 30th or 31st, whatever it is. Last date of the month, you must write debited to purchases account. Alright, do not forget this, children. Do not forget. Do not forget this. It's important. You will get the full marks if you completely do this necessary things to complete the purchases journal. Debited to purchase account. Now it's just a matter of transferring the entries to the relevant ledger accounts. And you know that we need a purchases account because it says here debited. It says here debited to what? Purchases account. So what more can you ask me? There's nothing to ask. There should be a purchases account. Here you go. This is the purchases account. Right? And how many creditors accounts do we need? How many creditors accounts? We have 1, Pial, Sunil, Ranil, again Pial, again Sunil. So we don't need these two. We have already counted. Pial, Sunil, and Ranil. 3. Only 3 creditors. Yep. So then I'm going to draw the 3 creditors accounts on this side. Pial, Sunil, and Ranil. T formats. Let's name them, children. Let's name them. This is the purchases account. Purchases account. And Pial's account, 1 for Pial, 1 for Pial, and 1 for Sunil, and 1 more for this guy. That is the most popular guy, Ranil. Yeah. Sunil, we need 1 for Sunil. And last one for the most popular guy in the book, that is Ranil. Okay, right, children. Yeah, if you're having fun doing these activities, doing these questions, that's the best thing that can happen to you. If you have fun doing your studies, that's the best thing that can happen to you. You agree? All right. Purchases, total purchases should be debited to purchases account, that is this one. Let's debit the total purchases. All right. $35,045. That means 35,045. That is the total purchases. Debited to purchases account. What is your description here? Creditors. Even though you write suppliers, it doesn't matter. Even though you write here like this word, suppliers, it doesn't matter. But the book says we should write creditors. So we wrote creditors. What is the date? Date is the last date, 31st May. Alright, done. Done. Such a simple thing that we have here. Then, now that you have recorded the purchases, the total purchases in the purchases account. Yeah, now that you have recorded the total purchases there, that should be the debit amount which is in the purchases account, should be credited somewhere. Where do you credit? In individual creditors accounts, like we have drawn here. PL, we have 3,600. Take PL's color. I'm just doing this with the colors just to notify, just to make it clear to you. Alright, you don't need to change the colors when you do your questions. Alright, PL 3,600 children, 3,600 PL's amount transferred to PL's account, credit side. Credit side. What is the description that we are going to write? Purchases. Purchases. Date, don't forget the date. Date should be 6th, this date. Okay. Purchases 3,600. PL credit. Next, we have Sunil. Sunil, 7,125. Where is Sunil's account? It's here. Sunil. Sunil is down here. 7,125. 7,125. What is the description, children? Purchases. Purchases. Don't forget the date. Date is this. Sunil's transaction has happened on this date. This is the date. Okay. Next, Ranil. Ranil, we have 12,000, right? Yeah. 12,000. On this date. Yeah, let's record that. Where's Ranil's account? It's there. Ranil's account, 12,000 credit. 12,000 credit. Purchases. That's it. Ranil's account credit. Date should be that. Okay. Finally, children, we have two more transactions. Actually, the same creditors from the same suppliers we have bought. So, same as we did up to now, you record those amounts in the same accounts. Okay. PL 4,320 purchases with the date. Finally, Sunil 8,000 again. That is here. Same description, purchases with the date. So this is about the purchases journal and the way you transfer these information into the relevant ledger accounts. All right. If you want, if the question requires you to, if the question has asked to balance the ledger accounts, you balance them. Okay. The question has asked to balance, you balance them. It's not a big deal. Just draw the sum boxes. On both sides and balance the ledgers. Most of the time in a question like this, you will not be required to balance the ledgers. Likewise, children, you can finish a question from purchases journal and after posting the journal entries or the information in the journal to the relevant ledgers. Well, that's it. Like it or not, such simple things. Okay, if you want to take a full view of the entire question, I can show it to you like this. Pause the video if you want and just look at how the question has been done. Okay, right. Children, this is a purchases journal with the relevant creditors accounts. Okay, this is the purchases account. Done. I hope you understood. I'm sure that you understood. Good. I hope to see you soon with the sales journal. Thank you very much.